and B are two vectors. And if they are added, it could be velocity, it could be force, it could be momentum. These are the examples of vector quantities. And you have to adopt a new rule to operate these vector quantities. So A and B are two vectors and they are added. To add two vectors, you have to bring two vectors near, and one head of one vector must touch the tail of other vector. So this is the tail of the vector. One's tail is touching the head of another, and from this tail to this head will give you the resultant vector A plus B. And this A plus B tells you nothing. This is just symbolic representation. This A plus B vector telling you nothing. And this length is the magnitude of the resultant vector. And what will be this length? And this is written in this form, A plus B. This is the symbolic representation of A plus B. And A plus B is equal to, I am writing a formula which is entirely new for you. That is vector A square plus vector B square plus vector plus 2 into A into B into cos theta. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This way we write the magnitude of vector A and vector B. And what is theta? Theta is the angle between the two vectors. So remember, I am just creating an interest for you. All these things will be taught in detail. Okay, just I am creating interest for you. What you are seeing here, that two forces are acting, 3 Newton and 4 Newton. And if any layman or any student of 5th standard or 6th standard is asked this question, they will simply answer 7 Newton. But these are vector quantities. They are not operated as we have operated in algebra. Their rules are different. So 3 Newton and 4 Newton force, if act on a body, the net force that will act on this stone will be given by this formula. That is under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Now what is theta? Theta is the angle between the two vectors. So if 3 Newton and 4 Newton forces are acting on this stone, you need at what angle they are acting. So suppose they are acting at right angle. So what will be the net force on this stone? So F net force acting on this stone when this angle between the two vectors is 90 degree. So my formula is going to be A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So my A square is 3 square. B is your 4 square plus 2 into 3 into 4 into, and at what angle they are acting? They are acting at 90 degree. So cos 90 degree, and cos 90 degree is 0. So 9 plus 16 plus cos 90 degree is 0. So whole term is going to be 0. So it is 0. So 9 plus 16, 25, and under root of 25 is 5 Newton. So when these two forces are acting perpendicularly, their resultant is 5 Newton. Okay. The result will change if they are acting at an angle of 60 degree. The result will change if these two forces acts at an angle of 60 degree. F resultant. Now they are acting at 60 degree. So what will be your result? It is going to be 3 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 3 into 4 into cos of 60 degree. So it is going to be 9 plus 16 plus 2 into 3 into 4, that is 12, and cos of 60 degree is half. So 25 plus 12, it is under root 37. That means 6.1 Newton, something like that. So when these two forces acting on the same stone, when they are at 90 degree, the net force acting on the stone is 5 Newton. And when the same forces acting at 60 degree, you can see that the resultant force, that is the net force which is acting on this stone, is 6.1 Newton. Let's verify. If they are acting at 180 degree, same stone, same force, now they will act at 120 degree, 180 degree. So same stone, here is 3 Newton and here is 4 Newton, and now they are acting at 180 degree. So net force, when they are acting at 180 degree, 180 degree means opposite to each other. So what is going to be the resultant force? So you can see here 3 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 3 into 4 into cos of 180 degree. 9 plus 16 plus 2 3 just 6, 2 into 3 into 4 into cos of 180 degree is minus 1. So it is 25 minus 3 6 minus 24. 25 minus 24, that is under root 1, that is 1 Newton. So same force, same object acting at 180 degree, you got the result 1 Newton. So this way vectors are operated, vector quantities are operated, and their rules are quite different from the algebraic operation. We will learn here different addition rule, different multiplication rule, different division rule, different subtraction rule. So this is just to make you or to create some interest on the subject, that when vector quantities are operated, they are operated in quite different manner, which we learned till today up to 10th standard. Up to 10th standard we dealt with scalar quantities, and they were all operated using our simple algebra. Now this time we will operate vector quantities quite different from the scalar quantities, and this time our result will come through different operations, and that operation is known as vector algebra. Okay, so hope now you are ready to operate vector quantities and be ready to adapt some new rules, add new formula, different addition rule, different subtraction rule, different multiplication rule, different division rule. So this was just a glimpse of vector addition. Okay, happy learning.